Hi everyone, it's Carrie Heaps here with Chromatic Council, and I am coming at you with our summer color card reading for our summer palette people for 2026. Now, if you are new to our channel, welcome. I do these color card readings based on season. This one is for the summers, and this is for entertainment purposes only. However, if I do say something that resonates with you, that's wonderful. Now, if you don't know what your season is, if you have not had a color analysis done, you can click on the link below in the show notes to go directly to my site and get an online color analysis and receive a color card of the different 30 colors that you can shop with for clothing, makeup, and accessories. This is for both men and women, and that link is below. But right now I'm doing the summer color card reading for summer. And this particular reading is not about the colors you need to be wearing, but the colors you need to have around you in 2026. Now, our summer personality traits, typically summers are very calm, thoughtful, they're introspective. Some of the most powerful people in the world are summers. They're compassionate, diplomatic, they're very steady, organized thinkers, they value harmony and structure, and they're really good listeners, and they have a gentle leadership style. They do prefer to plan things out, they're very emotionally safe, or prefer emotional safety. Some of their strengths are they're empathetic, they're detail oriented, and they have a lot of reliability. You can definitely rely on a summer to come through for you. Some of the challenges that summers have is they may overthink things. They may just put so much thought into something that they never start. They do like to avoid conflict when needed as much as they can, and sometimes they do hold back emotions, so you may not know exactly what they're thinking because they're very good at concealing their emotions. So that's just a little overview of the summer personality. Because this is going to be a reading for the whole year for 2026, instead of my standard 3 cards that I pull, I'm actually going to pull 6 as they relate to your mind, body, and soul. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards here. We're going to go with this first one. Gray. Learn to scan your body. This has been coming up in all of the different seasons. And again, these are colors that you're going to want to have around you that you can look at. Indigo, improve your vision. So perhaps in a picture, a piece of jewelry, a desk accessory, something that you'll be able to look at, not so much the clothing colors that you want to wear. Magenta, connect to your deepest inner knowing. Again, another card that's been coming up. Oh my goodness, it seems to be the theme for 2026. Chocolate. Wow. Okay. Nourish your body and soul. This is another one that's been coming up for the other seasons as well. Let's see, how many is that? That is 4. We just need to pull 2 more. So I'm going to go here towards the end of the deck. Tangerine. Be spontaneous and have fun. What a great card. And we're going to pull the last one here in the deck. Plum. Overcome your challenges. So these are some really, really, really great colors for our summers here. So we have plum, we have tangerine, chocolate, magenta, indigo, and gray. So again, keep in mind that with this, these are the colors that you want to have around you. So these could be even in nature, a flower, or like you have tangerines, even having tangerines around you, like maybe in a bowl, something that you can visualize and look at. So colors can have very healing properties, so we want to make sure that we're able to look at them. The problem with clothing is typically most people don't look down at their clothing or what they're wearing. So unless, of course, it's a ring or a bracelet, sometimes people see that when they look down. But for the most part, these are things that you want to have around you. So our first card here, and by the way, you can also get these color cards. There's a link in the show notes below. This is the Secret Language of Color Cards by Anna Siegel. There's an Amazon link below that you can click on. If you don't want to have to try to fiddle around with trying to find things with these specific colors, you can always get these cards. They're very nice. And you could just place them around your desk or wherever you feel like you need them. But gray, learn to scan your body. This has been coming up for our other seasons as well. What I have been finding very interesting about this is that, again, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving medical advice, but when it comes up to learn to scan your body, pay attention to the signals. Just like in life with your body, our body sometimes will give us signals that, hey, we're tired, we're worn out. Maybe you've been feeling overworked, like so many people have lately, and your body's telling you need to take a break. It could be that you need to have a checkup, annual checkups, it's a new year, just making sure that everything is good to go, consult a professional in that regard. But learn to scan your body, meaning, be in touch with it. I'm not huge on meditation. I mean, I do affirmations every morning. I like to journal. But a lot of people do meditations, and sometimes from what people tell me, they can really connect with their body when they meditate. So this might be a sign that maybe this is something you need to do or get checked out at some point. So just, again, take it or leave it, whatever resonates with you. But just know you want to make sure that you are just scanning your body, and not just your physical body, but also your mind too. There's so many different great things out there with therapy these days. There's Doctor on Demand, Teledoc, that not only have medical doctors, but also psychologists and so forth. So sometimes if we feel very worn out, maybe we just need somebody to talk to. And I always find it's much better talk to a professional, if you feel like you need to just kind of reflect and have some stress management. But that's what we have for gray. Indigo, improve your vision. So indigo is a lovely color of purple. So if you've been having any issues lately where maybe you're just really tired and you're not, maybe you're not seeing things clearly. This doesn't always have to mean the vision with your eyes. It could be with your third eye. Vision is in seeing the future, or where you envision your life going is really what I feel with this card. You want to improve your vision, and one way that you can do that is you can meditate, you can journal, you can really, get in touch with what is it that you're wanting for the new year. So vision to me with this card, again, is more the vision of your life and where you're wanting to go. Now, again, if this is something where you've been having issues with your eyesight, obviously, again, not a doctor, not giving medical advice, but go see the applicable, doctor that you need to see, or maybe just get your eyes checked. Maybe you just need reading glasses, or it could be something with your eyes. But if that resonates with you, then wonderful. But if not, I think this is really more pertaining to the vision for your life. Where do you want to go? Start goal setting. The new year's coming up. You want to make sure that you are setting your goals and your intentions for where you can see and visualize your life. Where do you want to go? Now is the time to take those steps. Now the next one here, again, there's several cards here. Like, again, magenta is one of them that other seasons have been getting. Magenta is connected to your deepest inner knowing. And again, your deepest inner knowing is really truly about what's going to make you blossom, just like this beautiful flower. What is it that you know that you need to be sharing with the world? Are you holding something back? Have you been looking at writing a book? Or maybe you have a new business that you want to start, or you want to do a career change, or you have just something that you're wanting to share, maybe with a loved one, or with a family member, or a significant other. Tap into that deep inner knowing, and whatever it is that you feel like you need to get out and how you need to get that out, think about it, act on it, but don't wait too long. When you connect with your deepest inner knowing, just like when we connect with our gut, we know that there's things that we need to do, that we need to move on, and move on quickly, perhaps. But these are things you never want to stall that process. And I think a lot of us have been in more of a stalling process the past 2 years, sitting on the fence, not whether, should we move forward or not. And if you've been in that position, it's time. This is your sign to kind of get off the fence, okay? But whatever it is that's been kind of gnawing at you, or like I said, just that gut feeling, that gut instinct, this is something you need to start paying attention to and really connect to it and see where it takes you. Now, chocolate, again, this is another card that I've been getting for other seasons, but chocolate nourish your body and soul. And just like the chocolate looks here, it's like a lot of people think chocolate is a luxury. And to me, sometimes you need to have a piece of chocolate, whether it's dark chocolate or just a little treat for yourself. You want to nourish your body and your soul. And I do think that 2026 is, again, just the same for the other seasons. Summer is getting this too, where I think you really need to start thinking about how you're going to not just put yourself first, but make sure that you're treating yourself first. So there might be some people who have been listening who have been thinking about maybe taking a quick vacation or a getaway, or maybe getting a massage or a manicure or a pedicure. That some of the things that people think are, oh gosh, that's such a luxury, you're treating yourself, when actuality, it's really something that it's not just deserved, but it's long overdue. Okay. You want to put yourself first. And if there's something that you've been wanting to do, get that massage, go to the movies, take that day off, buy whatever it is that you've been looking at that you're like, wow, I really deserve this. It's okay to splurge and spoil yourself a little bit within reason. So that's kind of what this card is telling us, is that you want to nourish your body and soul. And again, this might be something too, maybe it's not a trip, maybe it's a yoga class, maybe again, it's massage therapy. Maybe it's working with aromatherapy or crystals or having some new photos made. Whatever the case may be, put it to the forefront. Start putting yourself first and realize that not all self-care is indulgent. And that's what the feeling and the vibe that I get with this card. Our next one is Tangerine, and I got to be honest with you, I don't really get this card that often in the different color card readings. It's something that pops up every once in a while, but it's be spontaneous and have fun. So again, just kind of in line with what's coming for you for 2026, it's putting yourself first. Putting yourself first is not a selfish thing. I think for most summers, like a lot of people, they've been putting other people first and, their needs first, and you've got to take care of you. If you don't take care of yourself and have a little fun and do some spontaneous things, it makes life very dull. It makes, and it can wear you down. Like little things can wear you down even more. So this card is telling me that maybe there's some of you who are watching this that, again, like there's something that you feel, or maybe other people, you've told other people about it, like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, and they kind of get wide-eyed or their eyebrows raise and they're like, what, really? It's almost like they think it's very spontaneous and almost foolish to them, but they're looking at it. Always remember, when you tell other people about things that you're looking at doing, they will always look at it through their lens, not through yours. So the reaction that you're getting from them is not about, is this good for you? They're thinking in terms of, would this be good for me if I were doing it? And people aren't doing that to be mean. It's just how people are. They always look at things through their lens. So if there's something that you're thinking, like, maybe it's skydiving, maybe you've thought about, let's see, I don't know, maybe going to South Africa or Australia and getting in one of those cages and diving with the great white sharks. Like, something is just so outrageous, but it puts a smile on your face, and you'd have like a lot of fun, and it would be an amazing story to come back and tell. If this is something that you're thinking about doing, definitely put it to the forefront, put it back on the table, and give it some real honest thought. And always remember, this is your life. You, me, anybody, we only have one life to live, and you don't want to go back and have any regrets. So if it's something that you've been thinking about, you can swing it and you can do it, then by all means, put it back on the table. Now, the last card that we have here is our plum. Plum is a version of purple, very earthy purple, and you want to overcome your challenges, is what plum is telling you. So with plum, think in terms of the past couple of years, again, I think have been very challenging for everyone. And I really feel that some of the people that are probably watching this right now have really been put through the ringer. They've had so many setbacks, so many struggles, so many things that they keep going out there and they keep punching the bag. They keep keeping up the good fight, staying in the game, however you want to put it. And it's time for you to look at this and go, okay, if there's the vibe that I get with this card is if there's things in your life that you have been doing and they're not working, you need to stop and figure something else out. You got to overcome those challenges by sometimes walking away and going, there's got to be another way to do this, or there has to be a workaround, or what I'm doing to get to this goal isn't working. What else do I need to do? So, like, for example, maybe some of you have been you're working for a promotion and it just has not come to fruition. Maybe you were looked over for a promotion, or the promotion didn't happen because the company didn't have the budget. Or maybe you've started a business and you've been marketing it, and it's just not bringing in the money that you needed to bring in. I'm not saying put down the business or quit your job, but think about, okay, what else can I do to make this happen? Do you need to apply to work at your company in a different department? Is there another job opening that you could do that's going to meet that money goal? Or perhaps maybe if you're a business owner and you've been marketing and what you're doing is not bringing the clients in, sit down and brainstorm some really great ideas to kind of be like, okay, this hasn't been working, but I'm going to try this. And maybe it's starting a YouTube channel. Maybe it's starting a podcast, or going out there and knocking on doors, or attending networking events. Think in terms of what is going to overcome this. What is different than what you've been doing before? Sometimes when we do things that are completely different than what we've done in the past, that gets the cog in the wheel moving, and we have things that will come to us, or they'll just pop up, or it'll just kind of, that energy just kind of makes things start to spark and move, and then all of a sudden, boom, all that effort that you did before, it's starting to kind of come to fruition. But you want to overcome your challenges, and sometimes the best way to do that is to stop, take a step back, and go, okay, what else can I do to make this work? Or how else can I go about getting the same end goal but not following the same path, is kind of the vibe that I get with this card. But again, these are all great colors. We've got the plum, the tangerine, chocolate, magenta, indigo, and gray. You want to have these colors on, in 2026, again, just kind of around you. Again, you can get the color cards and just put them up on your desk like that, just to have them in plain view. You want to make it where you have these particular colors around you, that when you look up from your desk, or that whether they're flowers, or even, again, a chocolate bar. Some of these are really easy to get, some tangerines or an orange or something that's going to remind you of that to have on your desk, or even plums if they're in season where you're at. So that's what I have for you, my dear Summers. Now, as I said, if you do not know what your season is for your seasonal color analysis, and again, this is like what you're going to be wearing, for clothing. This is the summer color card. You have 30 primary and secondary colors in your season. Everybody has that. So if you don't know what season you are, you can click on the link in the show notes below. Do an online color analysis. It takes just 5 minutes to fill out the form. I analyze it and email the results back to you, email you a color card, and mail one to you in the mail. That way you can follow along and make sure that you are getting a color reading for your specific season. Now, if you know what your season is and you would like to have your own personalized color reading, you can also click on the link in the show notes below to have that done. You just have to know what season you are, whether you are summer, spring, autumn, or winter. And that's all I have for you right now. And I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and I will see you next time.